Okay, hello everybody, we're back again.
Hi everyone. So I hope you enjoyed our other Zoom lesson that we are doing today. Will be Unit 3, and I hope you have fun and learn a lot.
So we're going to go into Unit 3, and we're going to do Unit 3 vocab, and then we're going to do a quick mastery test in Unit 3, and then you should be able to be fine with that. Okay, so I'm going to put this camera down, and you're going to see the back of the room a little bit while we talk, so I hope that's okay. And then we're going to go to the screen, and we're going to start with these words. So I'm going to go ahead and read physical traits, and then Ms. Van Tiem is going to read personality traits, and then we're going to go back and forth like we did last time, and hopefully this helps you. Okay, so number 1. Big is grande. Blonde is rubio or rubia. And remember, if you have a girl, the adjective is going to have an A in it because she's feminine. Masculine for a boy will be O. And then in Spanish, the adjective goes after the noun. So I'll get to that in a second. But for dark-haired, you'll have moreno and then morena. For fat, you have gordo and gorda. For handsome or beautiful, you have guapo and guapa. For old, you have viejo and vieja. Red-haired is pelirrojo and pelirroja. Remember, the A again is for the female. The short, to be short, is bajo, baja. Small is pequeño, pequeña. Strong is neutral, so it's for either masculine or feminine. It's the same. It's fuerte. Tall is alto, alta. Thin is delgado, delgada. Ugly is feo, fea. And young is joven. That's the same thing. It's neutral. It works for either masculine or feminine. You don't have to change the ending. So now we're going to move on to personality traits. So these were all physical traits, what you look like, so how you describe somebody. And this one will be how you describe their personality.
Yes, so we'll go adventurous, aventurero, aventurera. Again, for masculine, finish in O, feminine, finish in A. Artistic, artístico, artística, for feminine. Athletic, atlético, atlética. Boring, aburrido o aburrida. Brave is neutral, so valiente. Friendly, the same way, neutral, amable. Fun, divertido, divertida. Funny, gracioso, graciosa. Generous, generoso, generosa. So one quick thing, for generals, the G in Spanish is he. So you don't say generoso. You will say generoso. Happy is feliz. And it's again neutral. Hardworking, trabajador, trabajadora. Interesting, interesante, and it's neutral. Lazy, perezoso, perezosa. Nervous, nervioso, nerviosa. Nice, simpático, simpática. Nice in Spanish is more like if you want to say that it's a good looking. It's not like when you say, oh, the person is like a very nice, like a good person. For Spanish, you use it more like to describe if he's a good looking or not. Optimistic and pessimistic. So optimistic is optimista. Pessimistic is pesimista. Patient and impatient. Paciente, impaciente. Sad, triste. Serious, serio o serio. Shy, tímido, tímida. Silly, tonto, tonta. Smart, intelligent. Inteligente, I'm sorry. So sounds like the intelligent in English, and it's actually the same thing. You in Spanish will say inteligente. So you can either say smart or intelligent. Inteligente. Estudios, estudiosa, estudioso. One quick thing, going back on tap, when you say silly, we use it like you can say to another person in here, like, oh, you're so silly. But then in Spanish, you never say that to another person because it's not funny or cute. It's like offensive. So just a quick thing.
Oh, that's good. That's good to remember that because this would be something more like stupid. So you don't want to use this to say silly. But it's good to know. Okay, so subject pronouns take the place of a noun or they go in front of a verb to tell who is doing the action or who is doing the thing. So in Spanish you have yo is I, tú is you. So if you want to say you are, you say tú eres. So you don't need to have the two, but it just reminds you of who they're talking about. So tú eres would be you are. Él is he, so you can say él es inteligente. He is intelligent, would be how that would go. Ella is she, so you could say ella es seria. She is serious. Usted is you formal, so it's the same thing as you, but like we talked about before, it's when you show respect. Then we have the plural, which is more than one. You have nosotros, nosotras, and the AS would be all girls. So this would be we. If we are all girls, we would say nosotras. We're all girls. This is used typically in Spain. It's vosotros, vosotras. Ellos. This is very important. Ellos, for they, can be just boys because it's masculine, or it can be boys and girls mixed together. So you have to see which names are in it to understand. But ellas, but the AS is they, but only girls. So they over there. Ellas son felices. They're happy. Ustedes is you all. So you all are something.
And again, formal.
Yeah, and it's formal. So
just like with respect. Okay, definite and indefinite articles. So that will be the masculine. In a singular will be el, which is the. So el carro, which is a masculine, or el niño, which is the children. So el, if it's a boy. And then to do the masculine again in plural are los for that. So los carros or los niños. And then in feminine, la, which is la niña. So it's a feminine, it's a girl thing. La niña, the girl. And then in plural, las niñas, the girls. So now we jump into the un. It's like when we use a for masculine. It can be a boy.
Like if you were to say a book, un libro. So a book would be un libro, or the book would be el libro. So that's the difference. The book or a book.
So then so will be in Spanish un for singular or for plural unos. So un carro, unos carros, like more than one. In feminine, una niña, unas niñas in plural. And again, for feminine, words that finish in a, words that they are obviously like the niña, a girl. So things like that.
Okay, so that's it for the vocab for Unit 3. Like I said, this is the personality and this is the physical description. So then we're going to go over to here. And this one is where it's getting a little bit complicated because it really wants you to think and know the words well. So for number 1, we would say which personality trait best fits this description. So you have 3 things to look at here, or 2 things. So you have él tiene. So who is él? So we go back to our vocab. El would be, come down here, he. He has una personalidad muy cómica. So this looks like the English word personality. He has a personality that is very muy cómica. So cómica looks like the English word comic, which means funny. So we would want to try and find another word here that means funny or is similar to funny. So tímido does not work because that's shy. Simpático does not work because that's nice. Generoso looks like generous. So gracioso makes the most sense. So we're going to double check. Gracioso should sound something or be similar to funny, which is cómica. And so we're going to go over here. We're going to go graciosa. Yep, funny. Okay, so this is an error on this because it's a boy. It should not be cómica. It should be cómico. So we apologize. We didn't make these tests, but make sure you're checking for, is it match who's talking? So he has a personality very funny. Another word for funny is gracioso. You would choose gracioso.
And very quick, we know that it's a pronoun because the L have a little accent, and that's how you differentiate between the pronoun and the article. So that's one of the quick things, because you can say, oh, that's the article, and then you jump into the rest thing. But since it have that little accent on top of the E, means it's a he.
Perfect. Okay, number 2.
Which word best describe the school supply shows in the image? So those are some pencils, right? So then you either, if you don't know the word in Spanish, Google it, or basically that's one of the, helps. So then you grab the words, and then you just go and find the best one. But then here we're going to find the article. So it's more than one. So we won't grab the L because when it's a plural, will be for the masculine, will be los. So los lápices. And the difference between los bolígrafos and los lápices is lápices are pen. And pencils. And bolígrafos are pens. So that's how will be good for you to Google it, and then you will see that won't be bolígrafos because they are no pens.
Okay, so next.
Which verb form best completes this sentence? Yo, space, de la casa a las 7 de la noche. So, yo, and again, each time that you speak in first person, which is yourself, the verb will finish in O. So, yo salgo, like you just leave from the house at 7 at night. So you can either go back in verbs in the past, or trying to Google each of those verbs to see what they mean. Like sail means, sale means go.
He or she goes.
Yeah, and so then you will see each of the conjugation in those different verbs. They won't match because the yo always will finish, yo salgo, yo como.
Yeah, so that, if you're going to break it down in 2 steps, like we talked about before, you want to have, okay, the pronoun is yo, it means I, and these all are the same word, the same verb. They all mean to leave or to go. So you want to, okay, how do you say I go, I leave? So it'd be yo salgo. So like Ms. Vientiam said, the O and the O.
Yeah, like ellos salen and sales, tú sales, él sale. So that's way you will know how they sound.
And you know that because you're looking at the pronouns here. So yo is I, tú is you, él, ella, ellos. And then you figure out, okay, the verb is yo, I leave, I go. We're going to do a few more. Which pronoun best completes this sentence? Okay, so we're talking about pronouns again. So this is a tricky one that always everybody gets confused on. Mi hermano y yo vamos a Ecuador then you put a pronoun. So if I were to say my brother and I, we're going to Ecuador. We're going, my brother and I, so that means we. And this means we are very excited. Estamos muy emocionadas. So we're gonna go, okay, which pronoun means we? Ellos means they. Yo means I. Ustedes is you all, formal. So nosotros, okay, we're gonna double check. Nosotros means we. So that makes the most sense. My brother and I, we're going to Ecuador. We are very excited. So do you see how the pronoun takes the place? You don't have to repeat this whole thing. You can just say we, and everyone knows what you're talking about. But we'll do one more.
Which verb form best complete this sentence? Celia y yo, space, de Honduras. So again, just how Ms. Veliki repeat. So the pronoun will take the part, well, no, in this part will be the verb that we would have to conjugate, yeah, conjugate with the two persons. Who are the two persons? Celia and I. So we will go one by one. So eres is more like two, like for you. Son, ellas. So it's like if we are talking about Celia and someone else, but we are talking about I, myself. So soy is just for myself, but where is Celia? So again, so we go back on top and we see somos, Celia y yo somos de Honduras. That's the perfect conjugation for Celia and I.
Yeah, so it would mean we are from Honduras. So this whole word means we are from.
Like when you're talking about yourself and someone else. But when you're talking about two other different people, you know, like Celia and Maria or whoever, two other random girls, son. So those two conjugations are very important because you will use it a lot in Spanish to either talk about yourself and someone else or yourself, soy, explaining where you are from, or like I told you, someone else is son.
Okay, so that's it for today. We did the Unit 3 vocab. We went over a mastery test. Remember, if you have any questions, you always can go back to your vocab list, or you can call Ms. Ventiem, or you can Google last minute. If you're really unsure, there are a lot of ways for you to get help.
Yes, yeah, we are always here to help you. And like Ms. Veliki said, if you need an extra help or you are not understanding, or you couldn't find a word in Google and you're struggling there because you know you couldn't go to the mastery test, just give us a call. We will help you to go over the mastery test. And also, if you have any suggestion or some lesson that you would like us to do a Zoom, please let us know, and then we will be happy to come up with that lesson for you all.
Okay, have a good
Good
day.
night. Buenas noches.
Adios.